Hello everyone, I am Meenakshi Azad, Assistant Professor in Technia Institute of Advanced Studies in the Department of Management Sciences. Today lecture we will going to start with Unit 1, Introduction of Human Resource Management. In today's lecture we will cover introduction, nature, importance and scope of human resource management. This topic is related with the first unit of HRM. So first of all, introduction of human resource management. HRM has two major words, that is human resources and management. Let's take a look at the first one. All businesses, organization have four types of resources and those are also famous as 4 M's: machine, men, money and material. But there is another resource which has gained importance in recent decade, and that is information. According to American Management Association, human resource management is the field of management which has to do with planning, organizing and controlling various operative functions of procuring, developing, maintaining and utilizing a workforce in order that the objective of which the company is established are attained as efficiently and economically as possible. The objective of all levels of personnel are served to the highest degree and the objective of the community are duly considered and served. According to British Institute of Personnel Management can be defined as that part of management which is concerned with people at work and with their relationship within the organization. Now come to the nature of human resource management. The first feature of human resource management is management process. Human resource management is a process of management which consists of acquisition function, human resource planning, recruitment, selection and action, and the development function, that is training and development, compensation functions and motivation functions. The second feature of HRM is universal applicable. That means human resource management is all pervasive. Every type of organization need human resource management practices, whether it is commercial organization or non-commercial organization. Third feature of human resource management is dynamic in nature. Friends, everything changes, and just like business environment, human resource management aspects also change. Many practices, labor laws, methods keep change, and organization should keep adapt to those changes for survival and success. The fourth feature of HRM is continuous in nature. In the third point, we saw that human resource management is dynamic in nature and companies should adapt with changes. So organizations can survive and achieve goal only when they do all those processes on continuous basis. Therefore, human resource management is a continuous activity. The fifth point in nature is interdisciplinary. HRM is related to all human activities. Therefore, it aims to improve individual, group and organizational performance and efficiency. Therefore, HRM takes help from many disciplines like psychology, sociology, economics, philosophy, communication and organization behavior. Feature of HRM is development of team spirit. Human resource management aims at developing team spirit. All groups and departments have team spirit. It will lead to integrated performance and achievement of objectives. Long-term benefit is the seventh feature of HRM. HRM give long-term benefits to the business, individuals and to the society as well. Society gets benefit in the form of quality products and services. employment. Individual gets benefit in the form of monetary and non-monetary compensation. Organization gets benefit in the form of higher returns. Now come to the next topic is objective of HRM. There are three objectives of HRM. The first objective is personal objective. It is concerned with the optimum utilization of human resources within the organization, and it is concerned with the creation of conditions in which each employee is encouraged to make his best possible contribution to the effective working of the undertaking. It is also concerned with the development of the sense of mutual respect and trust between management and the workers through sound relations. It endeavors to increase the productive efficiency to the workers through training, guidance and counseling, and it tries to raise the morale of the employee. The second objective is organizational objective. To recognize the role of HRM in bringing about organizational effectiveness, HRM is not an end itself. It is only a means to assist the organization with its primary objective. Simply stated, the department exists to serve the rest of the organization. The third objective of HRM is societal objective. To be ethical and socially responsible to the needs and the challenges of the society while minimizing the negative impact of such demands upon the organization. The failure of organizations to use their resources for the society's benefit in ethical way may lead to restrictions. For example, the society may limit HR decisions through laws that enforce reservation in the hiring and laws that address discrimination, safety, or other such areas of social concern. Now, the next point in this is, why is HRM important? That means the importance of HRM in any of the organization. Service is delivered by people. Low quality HR leads to low quality customer service. In the 20th century, effective knowledge management translates into competitive advantage and profits. Knowledge comes from a firm's people. Now, the next topic is key activities of HRM or the Human Resource Department. HR planning is the first function of HRM. The second is HR policy, salary and benefit administration, human rights and labor laws, recruitment, selection and orientation, performance management, training and staff development, communication and counseling. This is all about the introduction of today's lecture. I hope you understand the topic. So please like, share and subscribe the Technia TV.